Mornings with Jaresha is a radio show and podcast here to equip, empower, and elevate you to the next level by helping you win your mornings and win your day with inspiration and motivation so you can wake, slay, pray, and take action. Today is a fabulous day to be great, have great, and do great. You just have to be willing to unleash your greatness and take action. This show is for everyone from all walks of life who just simply want to feel empowered and motivated to take the next step. Now, let's get it. Let's go. Mornings with Jaresha begins now. Welcome and welcome back to Mornings with Jaresha. How are you doing? How are you doing? Don't you just love how we give this automatic response of, oh, I'm good? Or, you ask someone and they say, oh, I'm good or I'm doing well, when the reality is that's not the truth. I think it's so important to not just ask other people how they're doing, but to ask yourself, how am I doing? So to turn that question back and reflect on it yourself. How am I doing? So this morning, I asked myself, how am I doing? Like just checking in with myself, because I feel like we need to do that. And we need to do it more regularly than what we do. So today on the breakfast breakdown, I am talking about what I'm loving, what I'm learning, and what I'm feeling empowered about. And what I'm loving is this community platform that I have been working with for I think it's been well over a month now. It feels like it's been so much longer, but when I tell you that's not a bad thing. I am absolutely loving this season, this space that I'm in. And so, if you're not familiar, which if you're on social media, then you know that there are tons of ads that are going out about the platform School. There's a platform called Circle. There are so many different platforms for building your courses, for um, having a community, having a membership. And so this is an idea that I've been thinking about for quite some time, actually years. That when I say quite some time, it's actually years. But again, when we just think about stuff and don't put action to it, that's not a good thing. And I talk about that all the time on this show. And by the way, on this show, it's all about waking, praying, slaying, and really taking action because I want you to execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. And so, going back to that executing on your dreams and your goals. So, this has been a goal and a dream of mine for quite some time. And I got kind of stuck in the process of trying to figure out which one is the best platform, doing research upon research. And so I finally landed with the platform Circle. Nothing against any other platform. I think that there are some really great platforms out there. That's why I say you must do your homework, do your research. You do what's going to work best for you. But ultimately, it does not really kind of bring it to fruition until you jump in and actually, see it and not just go off of people as comments or YouTube videos, their opinions. I mean, they show you in and out of all these different platforms, but it wasn't until I jumped in and actually, got to experience it for myself. So I'm loving, 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 loving the community platform Circle. It has become just, it's something that you really just, it really has exceeded my expectations. So it's a space for connection, collaboration, and support. And I'm building my own space. So that's what is so amazing. Is because I shouldn't say I am building, because as of today, it is built. So I'm pretty excited about that. but it's a way for me to be able to connect with like community, connect with you know, for I'm going to say my people, connect with those like-minded people that are like me, that we share some of the same values, goals, and we're really just trying to push forward. And so it's really pretty exciting, y'all. It's really really pretty exciting. And it's a space cuz I'm all about empowering people. So it's really a space to be able to encourage, share ideas, insights, and it's a space also for membership. So there is the capability to be able to, have like a membership kind of program, as well as offering courses. And when I tell you I'm doing all of the above, so I'm really, really excited. Can you tell that I'm loving it? I'm really, really loving it. So, what I'm learning is I recently, um, let me and I'm trying to layer this a little bit. So you know how you got to think through this and layer it. you, for those of you that don't know, I am a John Maxwell, a certified Maxwell coach. So now it's called Maxwell Leadership, and I absolutely love my Maxwell leadership community. Like I absolutely love, love, love. I mean, this could have been something. This could have been a part of my love for today, but I absolutely love the community, and because I am a part of the Maxwell team, what happens is, as there are books that go out, and I say go out meaning as John himself writes books, we actually get access to it beforehand, and which is pretty awesome. So he released a book called High Road Leadership, and then he released another book called Jesus, High Road Leadership. And so I really will tell you that, as I'm trying to make sure that is the name of the book, because when I tell you it's pretty awesome. So this is what I'm learning. Yes, it's called Jesus the High Road Leader. And it's kind of like a spin-off, if you will, from the High Road Leadership, which, by the way, I will be offering a mastermind on the High Road Leadership. So if you're interested, definitely want to stay tuned and check it out. Um, and you can actually just go to the website and subscribe, so that you can stay in the know and know what's up and coming. But this the Jesus, the High Road leader, I'm a part of a book club, and it's pretty amazing. Like, it's pretty amazing. So yesterday was actually one of the first days as a part of the book club, and it's just so many different insights that you learn, so many reminders of just where we're at and how we're leading and how we should be leading. And so I'm really learning more through being a part of, this book club. And let me just say this, because really feel like we are so kind of bombarded with social media, and just we're inundated with all these different things that is not adding to us, it's not adding value, it's not helping us grow. And so please take this as a reminder for you to really find something to be a part of that's going to help you grow. I cannot tell you how important it is to, I always talk about surrounding yourself around people like, your people, whether you're in a community, if you're not, just making sure you're around people. But it makes a huge difference when you are feeding yourself and being fed with, the word, and being fed with things that is going to help you, that's going to serve you, and ultimately what we should be doing here, walking into our purpose. And so I'm really learning, um just as I'm diving into Jesus the High Road Leader. I'm learning so much, and it's so good. It's so very good. So the book is actually available now, out there on, I want to say, Amazon. I think it's out there on Amazon. So check it out. Certainly, if you're interested in being a part of the hybrid leadership, as far as like a mastermind, I will provide the book with that one. So make sure you at least one or the other check it out. When I tell you it is so good, it's so good. You'll definitely be happy that you did. What makes me what I'm feeling empowered about. So what is really making me feel empowered is just, I think I said it earlier too. So I am really empowering myself to be patient, and I'm trusting the process. When I say I'm trusting the process, I need you to really understand that I just talked about, building a community, building this platform, and it has been a process. It has been a long process, but every step of the way, it's been an amazing journey. I don't know why I didn't think about it until now, but I should have been really documenting, like recording myself through this journey, because it's literally been an amazing journey. And it's because when you are building and growing something, and watering it and think about it as a plant. And I said on the show before, I don't have a green thumb, but we're just walk with me just go with me on this. So think about how when we plant something, and I'm not going to even, when you plant something, let's just change it because I'm not planting. So when you plant something, or someone else plants something, or a seed, and how you want to water it and how you want to grow and how you want to nurture it. So, what I am building, and whether it's your business, whether it's a course, whether it's a book, whether it's you and your 9 to 5 and really trying to get promoted, it's what you're building. So, knowing that you are planting that seed, you're starting that process, you're nurturing it, you're watering it. And when I tell you, I am loving it. I'm loving the building phase of, just seeing some of the ideas, put together, and then visualizing it and seeing it come together within this community, this platform, and how it is going to really serve and help other people. And that part, it's that part that just feeds me. It's that part, and knowing how, just whether it's a course, whether it's a resource, whether it's some kind of digital product, whether it's just being able to come together in a Zoom format and collaborate and talk. It is everything, everything that is in the process of being built, that it literally just empowers me. So I am learning to be patient, and I have had, when I tell y'all, I'm very proud of myself because I have been really practicing the art of patience. And I love that, the art of patience. I have been practicing the art of patience with this process, and not rushing the process, and being okay with where I'm at. Now, mind you, there's a lot more that is going to be built within this space, but I'm okay where I'm at this point, and knowing that we're getting ready to launch, and everything, there's more to come. But and I think that something has to be said about that. And then I promise you, I'm gonna jump into, today's topic. But something has to be said about how we get in this, we have this mindset to where we feel like all of these things have to be just, um perfect, and we can't do this until we have all of this stuff and all this, that, and the other. And a long time ago, guess what? I was that girl. I was the one that felt like, oh, it has to be perfect. Like I have to have, all of these pieces together before I can even launch. And then what happens is we don't even launch. So if you didn't know, that's actually a misconception of growth. And so what happens is it keeps us stuck right in where we are, because we are constantly changing things and updating this, and then this has to be this way and it has to be that way. And so we get so caught up in it being perfect that no one even gets to experience it. Guess what? I have learned over the years that is not the way to go. That is not the way to grow. And and so I have, changed that misconception and really walked into this space of I'm trusting the process and I'm not rushing the process and I am embracing it and I'm learning from it. I'm loving it and I'm really learning the value is what it is. I'm learning the value of not rushing through, not feeling like, oh, I need to hurry up and put this out there because of XYZ. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily thinking that, okay, well, I'm not going to rush this process. I'm going to be patient with it, but I'm not going to be stuck in my head. I'm not going to be stuck in my own way because the fact that I can't release it because oh, it has to be perfect. No, 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 no. That's not where I am. And I'm really, really excited about it to where it's really making me feel empowered enough to share with you all. So I'm really, really empowered about it. I'm really, really excited. So I'm staying grounded and really focused on the prize, focused on this journey and, what it's going to be once it's launched for you all to be a part of and to really feel empowered because ultimately I really want you to be successful and I want you to feel like you have the tools to be successful. Hey there, busy professionals and small business owners. Are you struggling to keep track of your tasks and projects? Do you find it challenging to stay organized and focused with all the chaos of daily responsibilities? Well, we've got just a solution for you, Todoist. Todoist is a powerful to-do list and task manager designed to help professionals and small businesses like yours streamline their tasks, projects, and so much more. Imagine having all your tasks and projects neatly organized in one place, easily accessible whenever you need them. With Todoist, you can boost your personal and team productivity, enhancing your efficiency and focus throughout the day. I personally use Todoist every single day, and it has revolutionized the way I manage my work and stay on top of my priorities. If you're looking for a tool that will genuinely help you get organized and stay focused, Todoist is your answer. But don't just take my word for it. Try it out for yourself and experience the difference. The link to try Todoist is in the show notes. Trust me, you won't regret it. So what are you waiting for? Click that link in the show notes and start your journey towards unparalleled productivity today. That's Todoist, where your to-do list becomes a done list. Now, like I say on each and every show, if you have not started to think or even started to do your own breakfast breakdown, you should definitely look at implementing starting something similar for yourself because it's really amazing when you're really reflecting and saying, you know what am I learning, what am I loving, and what is making me feel empowered. And it's a day-to-day thing. So create your own breakfast breakdown and let it empower you. Let it truly empower you. So, I've been on this whole series of unlocking your maximum potential, and I'm kind of loving it. So, we're going to stay here just a little bit and talk about you are a distraction. In case you didn't realize it, you are a distraction. So, today I'm talking about unlocking your maximum potential again, and it's really kind of going to hit home for you, for me, for so many others because we don't realize that we are the distraction. And matter of fact, not just you are you are a distraction, but you are your own biggest distraction. So let's dive into this thing, right? Let's really dive into what that looks like, what it means, because it's one of those things. It just is what it is. So we know that there's just so much noise, and I talked about all of the things that we um like social media, just the things that we have to really kind of, I was gonna say, combat every single day. But I don't really think it's that. I think it's just a matter of we have to be intentional, but there's so many things that come into our space that can be a potential distraction and get knock us off focus and everything else, and really it's noise. It's a lot of noise that we're dealing with on a day in day out, and so it makes it kind of challenging for us to really focus and prioritize and really kind of overcome some of those challenges. But here's what I want you to know, and I'm going to give you 3 points as I always do. Here's what I really want you to know about this whole thing of tackling. I mean, because you're gonna have to tackle it. You're gonna have to deal with the fact that you are a distraction. Yeah, we got social media, we got all this noise, we got the Netflixes and the movies and the people that come into our space that whether you're in 9 to 5 or entrepreneur, we're constantly bombarded with just everyone, everywhere, everything just coming at us. And it's so easy to go down that rabbit hole. But guess what? You are your own biggest distraction. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to, not necessarily just, just looking at it saying, oh, other people are, but I need you to really acknowledge that acknowledge your distractions, including yourself. So, we talk about this concept of unlocking your maximum potential. And in order for you to really unlock that, you need to be very, 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 honest with yourself on what those distractions, like what things look like, in your life. I always talk about assessing and evaluating ourselves. And I think through that evaluation, through that assessment, we recognize where these distractions come from. And so, social media is a distraction, so we're not going to go down that rabbit hole. However, like I said, did you realize that you are a distraction? So, whether it's procrastination, whether it's negative self talk, whether it's perfection, being a perfectionist, like I talked about in the breakfast breakdown, these are all those internal barriers that really keep us, that derail us from unlocking our maximum potential, from walking into who we truly want to be, from creating that desire reality. It really keeps us from doing the things that we need to be doing, right? So, and think about it this way. I know that you, like the last time that you went down that rabbit hole. So think of when you had some kind of great idea or some kind of project that you really needed to work on, and you found yourself hopping on the good social media, the TikTok, a Facebook, Instagram, instead of doing the things that you needed to do. And maybe you convinced yourself, like, I'm going to just take a quick break. And then the next thing you know, 30 minutes have passed, hours have passed, and your inspiration has slipped away. Understand that we have all been there. We've all been there, right? Where, you may want to launch a book or, start writing that book or launch a podcast or start working on the business or had these plans to do all of these things. Oh, today I'm going to do this. I'm going to work on this. I'm going to focus on this. And then whether it's doubts that crept in, or you went down that rabbit hole, like I said, of jumping on social media. But for many of us, it's the doubts that creep in, the doubts that creep in about your abilities, that keeps you stuck, keeps you where you're at, and it holds you back. And so it's those unseen distractions that pours in, and it takes really having that moment of self-reflection for you to realize that it's holding you back. See, it's not the distractions around you, but the distractions within you that are the real enemy. Now let that sit with you for a second. You may even need to write that down, because that's good stuff right there. We are so concerned about what's around us the distractions. Oh, and I'm going to shut my phone off, and I'm going to put my phone on do not disturb so can no one bother me, and I'm not going to hop on social media, or I'm getting off of social media altogether. And we forget about the distractions that's within us. What are you going to do about that? That is the question. What are you doing about the distractions from within? So, the second point that I'm going to give you today is how it's so important for you to create some kind of action. You need to have action, action, and action. On the show, I talk about executing on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. And so, once you have identified those distractions and know what that is, whether it's you procrastinating, you getting in your own head, you dealing with all these limiting beliefs, that is a distraction, because it's distracting you from unleashing your greatness. It's distracting you from unlocking your maximum potential. And so you need to identify. And in order for you to identify what those distractions are, guess what? You're going to have to sit down and assess and ask yourself questions. And you're going to sit down with your notebook in hand, your pen in hand, away from your phone, away from anything that's going to distract you, that can be distracting, uh the TV, whatever, anything that can be distracting, that you want to remove those external distractions so you can work through those internal distractions. So once you've identified those distractions, it's time for you to really get clear and create that plan for yourself. So that means, how can you work, how can you continue to work through getting past those distractions. And maybe it looks like setting different goals for yourself, setting clearer goals for yourself, establishing boundaries for yourself, and really prioritizing. And I say prioritizing is it's super important. All of the other ones are important as well, but it really is important, especially when you have things that you're really wanting to work on. And how are you prioritizing? So that's a good question to ask yourself. How are you prioritizing your dreams? How are you prioritizing your goals? And how are you prioritizing the things that you truly want to get done? And again, that's establishing and identifying what it is that is keeping you from moving forward. What are those distractions? What are those things that's coming in that you need to deal with? Because here's what I'm going to tell you. But until you deal with that thing, until you deal with those internal distractions, you are going to be in the same place that you are now, wondering why you can't move, you can't level up, you can't grow. You have to deal with those things. People that speak on, that's motivating us, that's inspiring us, myself, we're not just telling you these things just for you to hear them and not do something with it. I speak about this all the time, how important it is for you to show up to podcasts and make sure you have something to write with. It's great that you listen to it on your way to work, listen to it, on your way going to school, whatever it may be. But you need to be able to come back and say, you know what? This is good. I need to write this down. If you're listening to it and you're on the go and you're not driving, text it to yourself. Take a note. You have to be able to utilize these things and put it to action. So create that action for yourself, and watch what begins to happen. Sit down and identify what those distractions, those internal distractions are, and make a move to be able to say, you know what, these distractions got to go. I'm not going to sit in this space in this season, and it's going to be the same season that it was last time, or I'm in the same space and nothing's shifting, nothing's moving. I need to do something different. So there is another tip that I'm going to give you, but before I even jump into that, I want to share this with you. So this is this is something that someone that just came to my mind. Um, someone had shared with me, and I think it's very fitting for just to kind of help you understand the power of really creating an action plan and doing something different. So it was a call with someone that was sharing how they were preparing for a pretty big event, and this person actually found themselves thinking about all the things that was going to go wrong, right? So she was thinking about, you know, all of the wrong, like, oh, this thing can happen, and uh everything. You know how we do, like we get in our mind, we get in our head sometimes about, when we have, especially if we're launching something, if something's huge, something's big for us, and all of a sudden all these doubts and all these things come in. And so she found herself just being really inundated with all these thoughts that came pouring in of what could go wrong. And she decided to focus on what could go wrong instead of focusing on other things. And so that's kind of where I come in as far as, coaching side of things. Because when we had a conversation, it's really understanding and realizing how the things that we should be focused on, because you know how it works. You have that doubt that comes in, and then all of a sudden, it's like it's just planted in your mind. And it's almost like going back to when I was talking about the seeds that's planted. You have the seeds of doubt that come in, and then it's all of a sudden we're watering it with more thoughts. And then it just starts to grow, 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 and then now we're feeling it with, now it's turned into not just a second or a minute of feeling this way. Has affected our whole entire day, right? And so we get distracted by being in our own heads. We get distracted by fears. We get distracted by so many things. And when we need to stop and realize, like, no, you cannot let that thought process, or let that thought kind of live in your mind. What if it goes wrong? That's again that negative self-talk. We have to be willing to get rid of that, the negative narratives, and focus on the event. So that's what I told her. Focus on the good, focus on the event, focus on, your talk, because she was giving a speech. Focus on your speech, focus on engaging with your attendees. Stop being distracted by your fears. And when you look at, okay, let me see how I can draft up a plan and really break these things down and work on these specific goals, and not have time to let all of that noise come in. Because we when I tell you, once the noise comes in, it turns all the way up until we can't turn it down. We have a hard time turning it down, and then what happens is the anxiety comes in. And so, similar to her, I'm telling you the same thing. It is so important for you to identify those inner distractions, those inner fears, those things that you're dealing with, that negative narrative, so that you can begin to transform. So you can set an action plan on how, when it comes in, because know that it's coming back. It's something that you have to deal with and handle, and really don't let it overpower you. You have to own it and take over it, so that it doesn't just become your day in and day out. And a lot of time it's about learning to shift your thought process, and also focus on the energy that is going to really be conducive for growth. Energy that you're focused on towards growth, and not the self-doubt. Energy towards whatever your event is, towards whatever you're launching, not the doubts and the fears. Cuz I'm telling you what I know. Once you allow that to come in, it will stay there. and it will stay there, and you will have a hard time with moving forward. So understand this: goals are dreams with deadlines. So focus on the action, not the excuses. And then we know what happens when it comes down to when we let those noises come in. That's when the excuses come. That's when, we come up with everything that we can as to why we're not moving forward. Or I've even witnessed to where someone's in the process of launching something and they completely stop the launch because of the fact that they're in their head, because of the doubts. They're worried about other people, they're worried about this, they're worried about that. So point number 3 is you have to continue to stay committed and build that resilience. So we are all in this, or on this journey, I should say, and we all have the distractions. We all have the external distractions. We all have the internal distractions. But know that you can overcome those distractions, because as you work towards your goals, as you um, just keep pushing one foot forward, work on the internal distractions, you're going to become resilient. You're going to have to learn how to stay committed to you, committed to your purpose, committed to your goals and your dreams, and what that means as far as embracing them and learning from those moments when those distractions come in, and the space that it puts you in, and how to move out of that, how to move forward. So that's the part, is you have to learn how to push through, how to move past that. And I'm hoping that with some of the things that I've shared with you today, it is really empowering you to do that. Because the one thing that I know is that the setbacks are, they're there. Okay, they're there. They're always going to be there. You're going to face them. I'm going to face them. But understand that it's through those setbacks that it creates those opportunities for you not to stay in this space of feeling hopeless, or like you fail and you can't get back up. But it's through understanding how you can push forward. You can push forward. Let me tell you, there have been so many setbacks that I have experienced, and on this journey of launching the broadcast network, the journey of launching my coaching business, everything that is, that has launched, there has been, and it doesn't have to be major setbacks, it can be minor setbacks. And at that point in time, I could have made a decision to say, you know what? This is just not going to work. Just stop. Just throw in the towel. That's it. But no, that is an opportunity to push harder, to push forward, to keep going, and not let that internal distraction stop you. So we have to learn how to work through, how to process, just anytime we have these internal distractions that come in, you have to learn how to grow through it. You have to learn it. When I tell you, my goodness, I can give you story after story about having to deal with the internal distractions, and how, not just myself, but how I've witnessed people push through, and they just push through. And you are seeing many of them when you're getting on social media. You're seeing many of them. Can I tell you that I've witnessed so many people that have been scared to even hop on social media and go live, and now they're doing it because guess what? They had to deal with the negative narratives that was going on. I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know, and it's good stuff. There's a quote that says, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." So understand this: there is greatness inside of each and every one of you. But if you keep letting distractions win, you'll never, you will never, you're never going to unleash that greatness. I think you understand that, you get it, we hear it, but we need to do something with it. I believe you really have to dig deep. So don't you dare think for one one second that your dreams are out of your reach, because I know you're capable of so much more. Really so much more than you realize. So I feel like it's time for us to really get up and shake off the distractions and go after what you want. Are you ready to unlock your maximum potential and elevate your Boss CEO journey? Join the Boss CEO Challenge, inspired by the best-selling book Unlocking Your Maximum Potential, a 30-day devotional for boss CEOs. So what is a boss CEO? A boss CEO is a visionary leader, motivator, and influencer who takes charge, inspires others, and drives their life and business towards success with confidence and innovation. In this transformative 30-day challenge, you'll dive into powerful devotions that will provide you with actionable insights to supercharge your boss CEO skills. And the best part, each participant will receive an autographed copy of the book, making it a keepsake on your journey to success. But that's not all. You'll also gain exclusive access to engaging videos and live events designed to help you truly unlock your maximum potential. This challenge is exactly what you need to do to connect with like-minded boss CEOs and share your growth experiences in our supportive community. Don't wait any longer to elevate your business and transform your mindset. Click the link in the show notes to join the Boss CEO Challenge today. Unlock your potential, connect with a community of achievers, and step into the Boss CEO you were meant to be. You have to go after what you want. And you have to deal with the inner distraction, because guess what? It's not going anywhere. You just have to learn how to really master yourself. I think that's the best way to put it. You have to learn how to master yourself. So continue setting those goals, create that action plan. And when those times come in, those setbacks, know that you are resilient. You are resilient. You have resilience to face them. I believe that this is your moment. This is your life. This is your time to shine. So when it comes down to you unlocking your maximum potential, because I know you can, you have everything you need within you. Understand the world is waiting. The world is waiting for what you have to give. It is waiting for you. So I hope you're ready. I hope you are ready. I hope you're ready to unlock your maximum potential and understand that you are the distraction. I hope you're ready to execute on your goals, your dreams, and walking into your purpose. Let's get it. Let's go. Thank you for listening to the Mornings with Jaresha show. Follow me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Jaresha Moore. Email Jaresha at empoweredonpurpose.com and text 937-938-6373. And have a great day on purpose.